Hey friends, Tux here. For this particular video, we're going to talk about the Y1 music player, and I have a few Q&A questions for you. I'll be going through viewer questions for you guys, but to catch up anyone who's not familiar, this is still a great player, and I still really do like it. People say, hey Tux, do you still use it? Yeah, I definitely do. You know, for the price, it's a really good, like, sub-$100 player, oftentimes right around 50 bucks, 60 bucks, you know, so it's really good. For those of you not real familiar with it, it's a 2.4-inch screen, which is 320 by 240, which isn't bad for that price point. It's actually really good. People love the Apple aesthetic too. The scroll wheel definitely feels kind of Apple-ish. Has a built-in speaker, as you hear right there. Didn't mean for that to happen. It plays, you know, lossless. It plays FLAC, APE, wave, you know, up to 24-bit, 192 kilohertz. So pretty good. The power output is 25 mg, which is really good, with 16 ohms. So all in all, it can actually pump out some pretty good music for you. You know, it does have a 3.5-inch headphone jack hole, which is really great because you know I prefer wired headphones, but it does work off Bluetooth, which is one of the viewer questions too coming up. But it's Bluetooth 5.0 too, if you're curious, which is a good place to be. It's not the absolute latest Bluetooth, but it's in the 5 range, so it's up to current date as far as I'm concerned. As far as video, it does play video. You know, it plays MP4, MKV, MOV, AVI, up to 720. Now, the screen is really small, so I'll be honest with you, I don't use it for video, you know, but it can play it. So if you're taking this, you know, on a little trip or to school or whatever, it'll play some short little videos. And the fact that it actually has a radio, FM radio, is kind of cool, and it does FM radio recording, which is super unique. And I'm not saying it's like the best way of getting a music file, but you know, like back in the day, people used to record off the radio all the time, you know, with a little cassette player on the side or whatever. So this is definitely higher tech than that. You know, the battery is 1250 milliamps. Okay, so that's not bad. You know, it's more than enough to keep you going for a good long time. They claim it goes up to 35 hours at 50% volume. Now, there's a lot of variables in this. Like, most people don't listen at 50% volume. They probably listen cranked 100% volume if you're like me, you know, and it will do video playback up to 8 hours, they claim, you know. But I've really never had a problem with this, like, not playing or running out of charge or whatever. It seems to do pretty well with the battery included. Now, it does include a 64 gig memory card. Now, that's one downside to this, is there really is no memory card. That brings us to our first viewer question, is people ask about, can you change the memory card? As you can see, there is no hole. There is no easy way to just pull out a memory card like most players, you know, but there is a memory card in here, okay? So here's where this gets a little nuancey and tricky. Another person asked, hey Tux, if you cracked open your Y1 and put in a bigger memory card, and can you do so? Is that safe? Okay, the answer is, have I personally done this? No, I'll be honest, I haven't. This is a $60 player, okay? And by the time you end up buying, you know, electronics plastic kit, this is on here really tight. There's no easy way for this to pop apart, okay? You really need like an electronics toolkit, like a plastics toolkit, to safely remove the top from the bottom. You know, it doesn't, your fingernail, not cutting it, a knife, you're gonna scratch it all up. You know, you want that plastics pry kit. And here's one on Amazon, you know, you can, that's like $8 or whatever, you know, under $10, but it's something to consider, you know. And by the time you actually buy that and buy a bigger memory card, it really, the price adds up. And then you're kind of getting into, at least to me, you're getting into the idea that, well, if I'm buying a plastics toolkit, you know, and buying a pry card, like, you could almost just buy another player. So if your player is the point where, like one viewer said, they couldn't hold music on here anymore, you know, if you're to that point and you're thinking, oh, I need to change the memory card, maybe it's time to just buy another player, in all honesty, because it's not an expensive player. But truth be told, that if you want to, there's many sources online that claim this can be done. I have not taken mine apart because I don't want to break it. It's working fine. And although I believe it to be true, I believe you can take it apart, I have no desire to, like, take it apart and possibly break it, you know. So for right now, I'm using it as is, you know. For me, honestly, if this broke, I'd probably just buy another one, because I do like this little player. It's actually a really good player, you know. But the fact that the idea of breaking it apart is not something I want to do. Now, if you did want to break it apart, basically the gist of it, okay, and I may do a full-on video of this later if I feel so, like if a lot of people ask me to, but the top part with the pry kit, you pull apart the top and the bottom, okay, then there's a small ribbon cable attaching this to this, And if you go back in my queue, I think it might be on my TUXX Toys channel, I tried swapping out a Switch controller. I've done a lot of mods and things many times off camera, and switching cases and controller shells and that kind of thing. And I did for this one company, they sent me a case to swap out my Switch 1 Pro controller to being in a transparent case. And I thought, okay, that'd be simple enough, but there's really teeny ribbon cables and something went wrong, okay? And it basically got put back together and it works, but it's never been quite the same thing. I pinched one of the ribbon cables is the problem. So warning to you guys, if you do take this apart, okay, there's a small ribbon cable connecting the top part, the scroll wheel, to the bottom part. So be very careful about that ribbon cable, okay? And then once you pull it apart, there'll be 3 screws, and then you basically take that off, you flip it, and then there's actually a memory card, just like you'd buy, kind of stuck in on the inside. Now, why one, if you're watching this video, and I know you've watched my videos in the past, why didn't you just put it like a hole so you could just pop it out? It would make more sense, I don't think it would cost that much to the design of the product. So maybe why one, if you're making a Y2, okay, it'd be great to actually have ability to swap out that card on your own. Now, keep in mind that if you do swap that card, you're also going to have to format it before it goes back in, and that's a topic for a whole nother video. Okay, so I'm not going to deep dive any further than that about the swapping out part. Is it possible to put a bigger memory card in? Absolutely yes. If you're having problems where it's not saving music anymore, like you think it's a memory card issue, is it possible to fix it? Yes, it is, but do you really want to? Like, for that price, you're so close to just buying a completely brand new player. Maybe you just need to buy a new player, buy another Y1, just get another one. These are kind of disposable, throw in the trash, just a thought. Okay, now another viewer asked me about the Bluetooth question. Okay, so they said, can you connect this to a car or something, or how do you do that? Okay, let me go ahead and just show you kind of real quick. Now, to check out the Bluetooth pairing, okay, basically from the main menu screen, you just scroll to the bottom here, and you go down to settings. Oops, I think I overshot it. There we go, settings, you hit that, okay, and then from there, you can see down here, let's see, there's 2 things I want to show you while I'm in here, okay. One, sorry for jumping around here, but there is factory reset, okay, so if you're someone, going back to that topic, if you believe that your Y1 isn't holding music, if you want to try and do a factory reset, that'd be the easiest thing to do. Definitely more than swapping out, parts or anything like that. So that's what I'd recommend. If you have problems, it's laggy, it's not finding music, it's not letting you write music to the disk or whatever, do a factory reset, and that might just solve the problem. Clearing the cache also could be good too, okay? Now going back to the Bluetooth question, we'll go up here. Now for Bluetooth, if you want to pair this to another device, all you have to do is go to the main menu. Okay, you see you got music, videos, audiobook, just like yours, okay? And then scroll down here. You can scroll up and scroll down using the wheel and go to Bluetooth, okay? Just like that. We're going to hit Bluetooth, and then we're going to hit Bluetooth again, okay? And you can turn it on and turn it off. Now here, once you turn it on, you can see it's actually searching for devices, okay? So from here, you can go ahead and pair it to something, be it like headphones or a car or something else, So it is indeed very possible to enjoy this particular player with Bluetooth, Okay, so here we are in my car, okay? And I got the Y1 right here. And I just want to show you how easy this is. Just on the car, you want to go to Bluetooth, okay, just like that. Yours might look different, of course, depending upon what car you have. This is a C7 Corvette. And then from there, you just want to go ahead and hit Bluetooth, okay, and then pair new device. Okay, so now it's going to be looking for the device here. And now on here, on the device itself, you're going to hit Bluetooth, okay, and it should start looking for you. And you see right there, it says Chevrolet My Link. So we're going to hit accept on that. And now it's playing both of them. It's going to say, like, do you want to install? I'm going to click yes, that's fine. Pair new device. Okay, and then sometimes it may say a pin. Does the pin match? Let's see. Looks like we're good. So I'm going to pair. That's basically just a safety to make sure you don't pair with like someone else's device. Sorry for the shaky cam. I'm doing this with no tripod. So, and you can see right there, successfully paired. So pretty good. And now both devices are paired, so we can click OK here. And then now from here, we should be able to go ahead and play. Okay, so you can see it's playing. Let me pause it here. And you can see the controls actually work. You can actually do like skip song, and it will skip to the next song. Now I guess one thing a little disappointing is the fact that you can skip here on the player, but you can see up here it doesn't actually show it changing, okay? And if you hit pause here, you can see pause will control the actual player here. Okay, so we're gonna hit skip song up here, and there, skip song to the next song. Let me pause it since this is a copyright. So anyway, guys, that gives you an idea. So yes, there is functionality. You can definitely use the Y1 in your car, and it works pretty good. And you know, it actually sounds pretty good too. If you have any question about connecting Bluetooth devices to your car, let me know in the comments, but please let me know the car and that kind of thing, and that type of information can help a lot. But great little player, still recommend it. If you have questions, reach out to me. You know I'm here to help. TUXXtoys@gmail.com, okay? We'll talk to you soon, friends. Bye-bye.